Hey guys, it's Tempe back with Elthizar. It's been on and off because due to higher powers, aka our boss from EGL, has taken away Elthizar from me last week to put him with Frodani. So how did that go, Will? Elthizar?
It was very enjoying. I was very surprised as well that I was given the vote of confidence to do the final that week, since I've not really done that much stream tournament stuff. So it was very enjoyable, and yes,
This was your second tournament, right?
yes, it would have been. The first one was kind of bad though, because in the first game, one of the teams had a player missing, so they had to forfeit. So I only actually got one game in that time.
Anyways, we're following one of your friends, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, we're following Bully, the aristocrat Vayne on our blue team. The team also consisting of Darius, Fizz, Rengar, and Leona.
On the red team we have Forecast Janna, Brand, Redeemed Riven, Winged Hussar Xin Zhao, and Mafia Graves.
All the skins on the red team.
Yeah, well, apart from Brand, but want to trade Vayne for Brand and it should be good.
I don't know how that team comp would ever work.
It would be Xin Zhao jungle, Janna middle, Vayne top, and Riven Graves bottom.
And can you just put Vayne mid though? Actually, I just realised Vayne is actually one of those AD carries who could mid.
True or that, or even Graves mid and Janna and Vayne bottom.
That works too.
Yeah, because of quick draw.
Yeah, that's why I think Lucian could work in a solo lane, but I don't like the idea of the AD carries in solo lanes because they're very squishy early, and if they've got someone
mages are squishy early as well.
Okay, I should probably rephrase and say AD carries top lane is not something I'm a particular fan of.
No. But it will be Fizz versus Bran in the middle, so Bran will have to force his playful Trickster if he wants to get those huge nice damages in or stuns.
If the elemental powers are anything to go by, Fizz should have this water beating fire in that.
Yeah, we'll see. We shall see.
We shall indeed.
In any case, it will be interesting. There we go. Riven versus Darius. What do you think? Who will win in that matchup?
Now, Darius is known as one of those guys in lane who is just ridiculously hard to fight against. And for Riven, it's actually very bad. In terms of trading, all of Riven's damage potential is in melee range. And Darius can just say, oh, you have to fight me in melee. That's where I'm strongest, because I can just basic attack you all day, Hemorrhage is going to keep stacking on you, and then I can just lay down the dunk, basically.
Yeah.
Boxing guillotine, dealing tons of damage.
Well, he can also do his decimate instead of just Noxing guillotine.
Oh, I was just afraid that he could stack up Hemorrhage very easily by using his abilities and basic attacks. But it's going to be a difficult lane for Riven to win, I would say.
Yeah, so she will have to have more ganks just to get a bit of advantage against Darius.
Looking at the Xin Zhao, that could go well, but if Darius plays it smart and wards up, even though he can't actually, he started Doran Shield. But it's still going on the lines of, if he can play it smart, he should be able to get away okay in most situations.
So far, everyone's going around their blue and red buffs. Riven trying to find, being sneaky, trying to see if she can catch someone around that blue buff. Darius was protecting, but now it's in the lane. Rengar picking up his red with the help of Fish and Vayne. That's going down nicely. Smite is still available for both junglers. I almost said gankers. Because that's fine as well, I guess.
That's about right.
Yeah, they do gank a lot, or should be ganking a lot. Fizz taking a bit of damage from auto-attacking Brand. So, Brand just trying to punish. I think that's where Brand will beat Fizz in the early game. because he can easily range attack while Fizz needs to go in for the last hits on minions. So Brand can easily punish him either with a spell or an auto attack. Fizz uses Playful Trickster. He did deal. They're both around 50% health, so it's an equal trade for the moment because Fizz had to pull back from the minions that he jumped into.
Yeah, it's quite easy for Fizz to win a 1v1 engagement because he can just either Urgent Strike to Brand and then Playful Trickster out, or use Playful Trickster for damage and use Urgent Strike as his escape.
Here comes Ninja on top, ganking Darius. Darius will be knocked up slightly. Riven will force a flash out of him. Xin forced to flash from Rengar. Rengar could pick up the first blood as he does go to him. Riven now in trouble. Here comes Darius making the double kill for Rengar before he goes down to Riven and her Ignite. Just checking what she used.
Yeah, it was a very good timing. Darius not deciding to go straight back and came back to assist Rengar in picking up a double kill, so that's going to go very, very well in favour of our blue team. Already 600 gold in terms of advantage, although only 2 champions were involved.
Nice condemn, and Zenith Blade followed by on Janna. Vayne picks up the kill. She is low on health, but quick draw won't deal enough or won't get Graves close enough to get anything out, either his backshot or his auto attack on Vayne, which she'll just heal or actually get shielded as she's drinking her last healing potion. I just noticed she went for the classical start of two health pots and a longsword instead of the Doran's blade. Condemn did knock him out of the harm's way. Leona was exhausted him. Nice stun. Zenith blade could be used. Here comes the shield. Will explode. Zenith blade slows him down. Forces a flash out of him. Vayne flashes in, tumbles out while picking up the kill.
Yeah, very quickly going in favour of blue team here. I think red just need to take stock, ward up a bit more, especially on top lane. Riven needs to be careful for the Rengar.
Darius did apprehend Riven. He's dealing a bit more damage since he has that Doran's blade, Doran's shield and the chain vest. He'll mitigate more damage from Riven, but not sure if it will be enough. She goes in, stuns him. Currently he is in a disadvantage because of the minion wave she has. Here comes Xin. She continues to chase after him using broken wings, but he managed to escape, and that apprehend misses by an inch.
Yeah, had that apprehend landed, who knows what sort of pain Riven would have been in.
Because he was really, really close to the turret, so anything she did would amount in her taking the turret damage as well.
Yeah, all the while Xin sat in that top brush. I don't think he's realised he can't really do much at this point.
Darius, if he's smart, he's going to stay near that turret and try to farm while Riven is pushing. She is trying to pull back slightly, but I don't think Darius will do much. He's going to ward. He needs that ward down so he can see where Xin is. Where Xin is moving.
Still waiting. He's still sat around. Actually, they could very easily get in onto Darius.
Brand going down in the middle. Unfortunately, I did miss that as we were watching the top lane. Fizz, with the help of Rengar, managed to pick that one up, just increasing the lead of the blue team. Xin finally showed himself out as Darius pushed or extended, but he is alive.
Yeah, Darius opting for some early tank, which is really, really paying dividends for him, because had he gone for more damage there, he might have been able to kill Riven.
He's going one-on-one with Riven. Riven forced to flash, actually not flash, but use broken wings to retreat. They're both low on health, and Darius doesn't have any mana. He has his ultimate up, but not enough mana.
Fizz coming in towards bottom lane. I think it is warded though.
Yeah, it is. They do see him. He's sitting on that bush.
I'm not sure why Graves had to fire the bush on
Riven
that
jumps
direction.
on Darius, just dealing a bit more damage, but it's not enough because of those two tanky items, early items that he has. And he was in his minions. Brand coming from behind. He will walk through that bush, warded bush in the tri-bush, warded tri-bush. Pillar of Flame does hit and gets a stun off on Leona. Chum the Waters jump on Brand. Brand did use his ultimate, and it will be 1-for-1 in that bottom exchange. Riven is forced to recall as Rengar is chasing down Janna. Not sure if he'll be able to catch her. He's going in. He is turret diving, slows her down, picks up the kill, and will die himself to the turret, giving Janna the kill.
Not at all smart there.
That
That's
wasn't
also a
worth it.
shutdown and wasn't much mistaken.
That wasn't worth it. Nice Zenith Blade coming from Leona, who's low on health. Vayne picks up the kill, uses final hour to chase down Graves, who quick draws out. Nice tanking from Leona. She really knows what she's doing. Solar Flare did catch Graves by the tail of it, so he's just slowed instead of stunned, which Vayne couldn't do much about, capitalize on it. She was
He was sat too near to the turret. I don't really think using Solar Flare was particularly smart at that point.
No, but it did stop Graves from picking up some of the CS that he needs, as he is falling behind. So what do you think? Who is going to win in the first team fight?
Well, currently it's all going blue. It's nearly 3,000 gold in advantage, 8 for 3 kills. I see no reason why the blue team shouldn't be dominant at this point, because in team fights, Fizz is incredibly strong if he can land Chum the Waters on multiple people. Darius, apprehend.
Yeah, he
again,
did apprehend Riven just now. They're fighting. He's in the red team's minions, but because of that, he just picked up a nice kill with that slam dunk ability of his.
Come on, Slam, and welcome to the jam.
I need to watch that movie again.
To be honest, I just remember it from a YouTube video. It's called the Dunk Squad, and it's basically just a 5-man team who run around dunking people. It's Darius, Kha'Zix, Jarvan, Jax, and Tristana, and they just run around dunking people.
Yeah, Zin coming top towards Darius, who is working very diligently on that turret. It almost did drop. He jumps in, deals quite a bit of damage. Did not expect that. Apprehend did catch Zin. Darius goes in, gets knocked back.
Zin not wanting to really play with Darius at this point, not at all blaming him on that.
Baby Earth from that Howling Gale, he's so cute. With that new Janna, forecast Janna, legendary. Fizz is in that tribush. He is not being seen by a ward or anything, while Rengar is picking up some nice experience, free gold and experience in that middle. He could go down. He doesn't get stunned as he dodges out of that Q, if I'm not mistaken, from Brand. Haven't seen Brand in a while, so...
Meanwhile, in the top lane, Darius got jumped by Riven and Zin. Still
Bottom
not
lane picks up a
dying.
kill on Janna, as Fizz didn't even get a chance to participate in the combat. He was there but didn't get in. Leona low on health will go back. Thankfully, she is sitting on that warded bush, but Graves will not be able to do much. Collateral damage does go off. He flashed to try to get a kill, but failed, as Leona barely survived. Vayne chasing. Her final hour is up, but she'll play smartly, pull back, and just farm. Zin in trouble in his own jungle as Rengar tried to counter jungle him, picks up the kill, meets Brand, and will go down to Brand's damage and ignite. Brand picks up the kill and a double buff. Here comes Riven, and Fizz is being caught by that pillar of fire as well as that ward. Riven stuns him. He will be forced to Playful Trickster. He has Chum the Waters on cooldown, so that is bad for him. He gets stunned. Will try to pick up Brand, but Brand picks up the kill. Wow, 2 kills for Brand in a short amount of time.
I feel like Fizz burnt Playful Trickster in more of a panic. He didn't really think about where he could have gone, because what I would have probably done if I were him is seen Riven, moved down into the Wraith camp, and then Playful Trickstered over the wall. Because that would have put a great amount of distance between himself and his 2 pursuers, and he could have just wandered down the centre of middle lane, back to his tower, and escaped without casualty.
True, true. Darius is slightly in trouble as there's a 3-man gang going towards him. Riven and Brand being the first there. Zin lagging slightly behind. Nice stun from Brand. And Riven stuns him as well. They are chasing... they're running towards his turret, not sure why. And Riven goes down to Darius. He's looking towards trying to get the kill on Brand, but Zin picks up the kill.
Not really much one could do in a 1v3 situation. He was very lucky. He was actually quite lucky to even get that kill.
Yeah,
on
here
Riven.
comes Rengar, stopping Brand from recalling and forcing a Pillar of Flame from Brand. Zin jumping on Rengar, Rengar healing. Fizz comes there as well. He will use his Urchin Strike charge to go in. Playful Trickster. Vayne picks up a kill on bottom as Rengar tanks the turret, allowing Fizz to pick up the kill on Zin. And that turret should go down as a double kill happens on bottom. That Leona, she's really allowing Vayne to snowball.
Leona is one of the best champions if you've got a heavy snowball AD carry like Vayne. To a lesser extent Twitch, but Vayne definitely. If you can play Leona right, then you can just basically hand Vayne kills on silver platters, and, well, silver bolts will generally work in favour of kills.
So the first turret dropped. The dragon has not yet been done. What are the goal differentials at this early on into the game, as we're nearing that mid-game point?
After that one tower, the first tower being taken down, the gold lead, well, due to the 9 kill discrepancy as well, is actually just over 6,000 gold. Yes, just past 6,000 gold as the second tower goes down.
We have Rengar on top as Darius is pushing that lane. Bran in the middle is dealing more damage to Fizz, keeping him at arm's length, dropping him to 50% health. And we have Janna dewarding on bottom with Zin, who came from that lane. Leona still low on health, but she has her solar flare up as well as exhaust, so she can easily, if not tank, definitely disrupt the fight, allowing Vayne to pick up the kill or walk away. Buckshot lands on Leona, stopping her from recalling. Fizz going down as well. His ultimate is up. Vayne trying to protect Leona, or Leona is just trying to be there for Vayne while they...
Here comes the Fizz.
Here comes Fizz from behind. He's going straight for Graves. He's actually playful trickstering out of minions. That Howling Gale will knock him up. Not sure if he moved smartly because he was shown by 2 wards. On top, Rengar goes down as Brand and Riven fight him. Not sure. And Darius, it was 2-on-2 and both Darius and Rengar dropped.
Yes, Darius was trying to push out the top lane. Rengar was sat in the brush for way too long, and then
Solar Flare wasted on bottom. All 3 members of the blue team are low on health, or almost low on health. Vayne dodging that Howling Gale. The red team really wants that bottom turret, as Riven is pushing top. And still no dragons done. Any significant or any items that are being completed or almost being done? How are the item builds looking for this one at the moment?
Currently on the blue team, only one full item
Waters
completed.
lands on Janna, followed closely by Fizz, who Playful Trickster is out. Janna is on 50% health and no mana, as she had to shield herself. Sorry about that.
Currently, in terms of major items completed, Leona with that back has just picked up Shirelia's Reverie. Rengar has been sat
Zin
with...
jumped on Fizz. Here comes Rengar as it's a 3-on-3. They continue to chase. Vayne flashes, uses Final Hour. She will try to get the kill, but Rengar jumps in and picks that one up. He chases, they continue to chase. It could be a double kill for Rengar as he picks up Janna, and they're continuing to chase and push that lane. He's clearing those bottom minions as he's low on health. Brand pushing that middle tower. So it's, how much is that in towers? 2-1?
Yes.
2-1.
The current gold discrepancy is nigh 5,000 gold in favour of blue team still.
Yeah, Rengar
kills
in
still
trouble.
9.
Yeah, they're in that red team's blue buff, Ancient Golem area, as Vayne is recalling, so she probably has enough gold to buy something shiny. Darius slightly getting stunned. Pyroclasm bounces off of Darius onto Leona and Rengar, bouncing between them, so dealing a bit of damage. Because he doesn't have any heavy IP items, that Pyroclasm isn't dealing that much damage at the moment.
Right now, blue team need to be very careful. All 5 members of the red team are in that bottom lane or in the general area of bottom lane, whereas the rest of their team is currently sat elsewhere on the map.
Leona will be in trouble because she stopped to deep-ward, even though she shouldn't. Janna, Riven, and actually 4 members of the red team are chasing her, and I'm sure she is gonna live enough to get... Xenoblade did catch Leona. Leona goes down. Vayne will pick up the kill on Riven. Actually, she won't. Riven is barely alive. Darius trying to apprehend Graves. Xin goes down. Vayne picks up the kill on Riven. They continue to chase. Chum the Waters will just barely miss as Urchin Strike goes off and Darius claims Janna. Janna really isn't having the best game today at the moment.
Yes, definitely 3-for-1 fight in favour of the blue team, and once again that sets up for Red now on 6,000 gold lead.
And it will be also an uncontested dragon. And to be honest, it's slightly late into the game. I'm used to seeing a very early dragon, maybe around 10th, 11th minute.
Yeah, it's fairly common in competitive play to say, right, we need dragon control, we need to make sure we get this as early as possible, and basically just keep farming dragons if you can. Because if you can keep good control on the bottom area of the map, then whenever dragon comes up, you're aware of it, and you can just say, okay,
Vayne jumping
we're gonna go get
on
it.
Graves after 3 shots, just dropping him to 50% health. That level difference is really what's stopping Graves from doing anything at the moment. That and the lack of items.
Riven looking quite afraid to engage with Vayne 1v1, understandably so. She is actually 2 levels down on her currently.
Darius trying to steal that red buff from Xin. He's going to just try to see if he can do anything. Rengar is there as well, but Darius is on 50% health, and Brand and Fizz are joining the fight, or will be joining the fight. Here comes Darius, face checking, Pyroclasm goes off, Pillar of Flame goes off, Darius will go down to Xin. Xin low on health as well as Darius because of the fish damage. Sneaky fish, Chum the Waters catches Riven. Shut down on Rengar as Riven picks up the double kill as she finishes off Fish as well. Those double buffs. And on bottom, Vayne is legendary picking up a double kill with no health because of she used barrier, final hour, but she has that Blade of the Wind King.
Yep, looking at major items completed as well. Fizz has just picked up Lich Bane, got that completed. Rengar's had Bone Tooth Necklace for a little while now, but there's very few major items on our red team. We got Graves with Bloodthirster, not surprising at all. Brand's actually gone for Spirit of the Spectral Wraith, which I find slightly weird, and Riven's actually just picked up Thornmail.
Well, considering the team composition of the blue team, Riven picking up Thornmail is really good because of Darius and Vayne. It will stop Rengar a bit as well, but it's mostly because of Vayne and Darius. Especially since Vayne has that early Lich Bane, and even though late game Bloodthirster is slightly better, especially when it's full, early game Vayne will always win the exchanges because of that Bloodthirster. Blade of the Wind King.
Yeah, Blade of the Wind King. Vayne is pretty much exclusively a basic attack based champion. And therefore it's just smarter. In fact, I've been playing AD carry quite a lot recently, and a lot of AD carries, like Lucian
Chum
and
the
Quinn
Water
actually...
lands on Brand, but he will be safe enough behind that turret. Riven comes in up from behind. Solar Flare just slows them down. Rengar will go down definitely to passive from Brand, and Leona will die as well as Brand picks up a double kill. Here comes Graves. Not sure if that collateral damage, it was Riven with that red buff picking up Fizz.
Yeah, collateral damage didn't actually hit anything there.
It looked like it did because Fizz died at the second it landed. So just the animation of it seemed. Brand picking up turret aggro because of his passive. Howling Gale did catch him. So they will pick up that middle inner turret. Here comes Xin from the side, Vayne jumping in as well, condemning him, just trying to protect Darius. Janna using her W to slow down Riven. Vayne. Oh my god, Riven is walking away. Still that double buff.
Yeah, gold lead pretty much axing itself at this point. It's now dropped to less than 3,000, about 2.5k currently. Turrets is now 3 for 2 in favour of the red team, even though there's a 77 kill advantage for our blue team.
What would you say is the reason the blue team has been losing or not being victorious in these current team fights? These two team fights that we saw that they had either almost been aced or have lost most of their champions.
The major fights we've seen so far have been Rengar, Darius, and Fizz. And the simple fact is that Fizz...
Here comes an engage. Darius in trouble. Champ the Waters did land. However, they will pick up Darius. Brand will pick up Darius. Fizz in trouble. He could go down to a double, giving Brand a double because of that passive. Graves finally picks up the kill. This is his first kill or one of the first that he has. They're continuing to chase. Vayne wasn't anywhere near the combat. She's on 50% health because of that pyroclasm. But she didn't actually wasn't that impactful. She wasn't there, so to speak.
The fact was in the fight that she didn't have much chance to have an effect because Riven was being hyper aggressive. She was pushing against the backline members of the blue team, making sure that Vayne couldn't really come into the fight, because if she did, then Riven can instantly just go Valor, Key Burst, she's stunned, and because she's Vayne, and incredibly squishy and very susceptible to CC, she would get absolutely melted if that happened.
Yeah, she has the berry instead of the cleanse. So...
Yeah, looking up at the top... Looking at the top left, a feature I haven't seen before, is 20 seconds until Dragon respawns.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, how are you liking the new spectator mode? If you press A, you get a full team, both teams, on the bottom, so you can easily see what's happening and who's fighting who and the health of the team, as well as the Baron and Dragon timers.
Yeah, it's team fight monitor, as I like to call it.
Teamfight monitor.
Dragon has just respawned. Neither team looking in a particular rush to go and get it.
Yeah, to be honest, I was expecting maybe a Dragon team fight when this one spawns, but no, they are pushing that inner turret of that mid lane. And currently the red team is leading in the team health. They have a bit more, but we'll see what will happen. Only Rengar and Leona are close at hand. Rengar trying to come from behind, trying to jump either on Brand or... actually Brand is more scarier than Graves at the moment, so he is probably trying to look for ways to snipe Brand out immediately because of those AoE abilities that he has. And he is a full-on AoE ability champion. Here comes Rengar, as I said, jumping on Brand. Darius apprehending them all in. This will be a kill for Brand. Brand will go down as Fizz picks up the kill, making it a shutdown, gaining, I think, 500 gold. Riven chasing Leona. Graves goes down to Vayne. Shutdown as Leona finishes off Riven. That was unexpected, but Leona does have that red buff. So it is 3 for 3, this exchange.
Jungle support surviving, along with AD carry and support surviving. So, don't know really... What would you say that you would take from that fight?
Oh, that the blue team knows how to protect their AD carry. Apart from that, it's still a very close game, and if this is the indication on a full-on 5-on-5 team fight, if Rengar and Darius are given a chance to jump on Brand again and have the same result, they can easily pick up either a dragon or another turret off of it. Janna trying to shoo away Leona and warding as the top inner turret dropped. And that's the first inner turret of the game as well. No, second. Yes.
We've got inner turrets gone in the blue team middle lane and the red team bottom lane.
So what would you say would the next team fight look like after this one?
If it isn't blue team trying to push the middle lane, the inner turrets there, then I expect to see maybe a fighter dragon, or potentially, if a team gets quite confident after a couple of small skirmishes, then maybe a fighter baron as well.
So what are the gold red blue team started dragon, so that will be the second dragon of the game as Graves push that outer turret in the bottom. He's recalling, but not sure if he'll be able to make it. Yeah, he will. Apprehend just landed in that last nanosecond.
That's always something that annoys me. If I land damage just before someone finishes recalling, but they recall anyway.
The damage will still land on you. I actually did that once to Timo, and his blinding dart actually caught me. Flew all the way from where I was, recalling to the base, and it did land on me.
I think, however, the most fun I've had from that was who was I against? I was playing mid lane. I think I was trolling around as Vigar at some point. It was late season 2, and they were backing out. And so I decided, okay, I'm gonna walk up to them and I'm gonna lob a Baleful Strike at them. I lobbed the Baleful Strike just as they finished the recall, and it flew all the way across the map, killed them on the summoner platform, which was more than a little bit of amusement from me.
We had the red team slightly pushing out, but Rengar is jumping on Brand. Brand flashing away over that wolf camp. Everything is fighting, lots of ultimates being dropped. Rengar goes down as Brand picks up the kill. Darius trying to get on Graves, doesn't. Pyroclasm was used. Leona picks up a kill on Xin, making it a double kill as Darius goes down to Brand. Fizz picks up Brand, so it's water does beat fire in the end, or at least for the moment. Vayne trying to heal up with those wolves. She has that Blade of the Ruined King, so it's 3 for 2 in this exchange. This one went better for the blue team, even though the red team has the close quarters team mostly, I would say.
Yes.
Because of that Pyroclasm. Howling Gale only catches Leona. They will pick up that second inner turret, or third inner turret, as the blue team did lose the first inner turret, and that was in the middle. So the blue team is just returning the favor now.
And Darius just coming back from his death. He's currently sat on Sunfire Cake and Hexdrinker. And we got Rengar gone for a very damagey route, something I wouldn't be particularly favourable of. He's gone Bloodthirster. I much rather
Leona in trouble getting caught by Riven and Xin and Graves. Riven picks up the kill.
I'd much rather say that Rengar should be building as more of a tanky champion. I don't like to think of him as a pure blood assassin like a Zed or a Talon or anything like that. I like to see him build some kind of major health or kind of defensive item, give him some resistances, but otherwise be going for things like, as he's got Hexdrinker, go for more Malmortius. There's nothing wrong with that at all, but I just think he hasn't got sufficient health pool for what he's currently doing, which is stealthing up, running into the middle of the red team and jumping on Brand.
Yeah, he does need a bit, I don't know, Warmogs or Spirit Visage just to pick something, either a magic resist or armor or something that will keep him alive. They are currently trying to catch that red buff, or just either teasing the red team to catch them, to chase them, and then just have the rest of their blue team collapse. Darius starting off a fight with Riven. Here comes Xin. Howling Gale misses. Rengar is in stealth. They'll jump on Janna, picking that one up, just slowing her down. Darius goes down. Leona finally joins in. Solar Flare did land. Vayne picking up a kill on that one. She did use Final Hours on 50% health. Leona still going in, being like a boss, chasing. Trying to pick that one up. Xin low on health, Vayne tumbling backwards. Leona goes down, Graves picking up his second kill of the game. He's been having a very, very tough time. And they're chasing Vayne.
I think the problem was that Fizz actually backed out before that fight started.
Yes.
The blue team were going in 4v5, and obviously Rengar and Darius just weren't paying attention to that, and it ended up with an unfavourable fight.
So, I'm looking at the CS differences, and for the most part, it's the blue team winning there.
I'm very surprised at how low Fizz's farm is. It should be way higher on mid lane.
That, and who is winning in the gold in regards to their laning opponents?
In terms of gold,
Overall
then
gold.
top lane is fairly similar. There's actually a slight advantage for Riven. It's very, very minor. It's about a couple of hundred gold, so it's not that massive a difference. You know, Rengar going up against Xin Zhao is approximately 2,000 a discrepancy in favour of Rengar for the blue team. Go to mid laners, you can see a real big difference where Brand is sat on 12,500 gold and Fizz is yet to reach 8.5. So 4,000 gold difference. Due to that, basically Fizz's farm is pretty terrible.
That he has a bit more deaths and less kills and assists. Rengar trying to jump on Graves, dropping him to almost 50% health. This is a team fight around the dragon as he's about to spawn. I think we're a few seconds away from him. There we go.
There he goes now.
The blue team will unfortunately start him due to that Sunfire cape. Leona starting him now properly. Rengar is still somewhere in the enemy jungle trying to tease them away from the dragon as he manages to do it. That's the third uncontested dragon, right?
Yes. That will boost up the gold lead to approximately 5,000 in favour of blue team. Towers 5 for 4 in their favour as well. 30 kills to 27 here at 34 minutes into the game.
Is there any other notable gold difference in the lanes apart from that middle where Brand is over Fizz?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that. Currently sat on 12.08, an absolutely impeccable scoreline with 256 CS, highest in the game, is Bully Bully on Vayne. He's doing absolutely stellar. He's currently sat on over 14,500 gold, and Graves, he's got good farm, I'll give him that, 200 farms is very good, but he's only 2, 4 and 8. And that means that his gold is suffering hugely. He's only just over 9,500. So it's approximately a 5,000 gold discrepancy there. And that's where a good portion of the current lead for the blue team is.
Rengar in trouble. Vayne picks up a kill on Riven as it all started on the side. Janna in trouble, will flash into the wall. Rengar will go down. He tried to stop Graves. Chum the Waters misses. Pyroclasm goes off, will ricochet all over the place. Janna using her Monsoon double kill as Graves picks up Darius again. This is a shutdown on Vayne as Janna picks up the kill and double kill as she finishes off Fizz due to that turret. Zin will jump on Leona and it could be a triple kill for Janna. It's actually Graves Zin who picks up the kill, making it an ace for the red team.
Kills perfectly evened out at this point, 32 to 32. Gold lead still in favour of blue team by about 3,500, but you can just see how close this game is and how still in the game the red team are due to the fact that Brand sat on 12, 4 and 13.
Brand, if there's Brand and if they engage properly with Janna shielding and slowing down and knocking everyone up into the air, not using her Monsoon however, they can win because with that knock-up, Brand can easily do his Pyroclasm and collateral damage can follow easily. With Riven and Zin tanking and just dealing tons of damage, especially Riven with the way she's building.
I would say that she needs a bit more damage. She needs to... It's very, very common, or meta, sarcastic quotes, to go for a Bloodthirster on Riven. But, to each their own, I suppose. She's going for a more tanky approach, got a lot of armor.
Well, she still has that Brutalizer, so she can either go Yamomo's Ghost Blade or the Black Cleaver, as the red team does pick up that first dragon, first Baron of the game, and it was slightly uncontested. The blue team was late to the party.
After all their deaths, it's not surprising they may have been a little bit behind.
Trent, this will be a 4-on-4 as Chum the Waters misses. They did force a flash. Darius jumping in, getting pushed back. That will be Riven picking up Rengar. It will be also Riven going down. Graves picks up his third kill, finishing off that cat, or actually finishing off Darius. cat did die earlier. Leona was late to the party. Solar Flare catches 2 of them. Zenith Blade catching Zin. Vayne picking up the kill. She's low on health. Will go down as it's a double kill. I think Brand... No, it was Janna picking up a shutdown. Janna is picking up more kills than Graves, or she's having same kills as Graves.
She's currently on 4 kills.
Yeah.
Graves is on 5.
Yeah, so she's similar to him. She's just... This is the, I guess, quotation marks, new meta where supports like Janna and Zyra and Nidalee, especially Nidalee, who's a Season 1 support, they're coming back as supports, but they are half AP, half supports. So they do deal damage, they do make an impact, and because of the way Janna works, they also, and all of them work, they get the AP for better heals and shields when it comes to Janna and Nidalee.
Yes. As you can see in the top left, Dragon spawning in about a minute and a half. Kills once again evened out 35 to 35, and the gold lead has been absolutely shut down. It's now less than 1,000 in it after that Baron.
It's
is
500
really
gold difference only. Even less. Yeah, 300. Wow. And the red team finally got that advantage in turrets because they opened that mid lane to all the way to the inhibitor.
Yeah, the fact is though, it's just the fights from blue team aren't coming out the way they should do. Rengar is always out ahead of the team and jumping onto somebody without the support of his teammates, and they're having to rush up after him, which makes them a lot more prone to mistakes because they're having to rush something. Give the nerdiest example possible. If you're in charge of an army and someone does a Leroy Jenkins, that's what Ragnar's doing. He's doing a Leroy Jenkins. Everyone else is going running after you. The plan basically goes to hell, and you lose fights because of it.
So are you saying that we will be seeing a Leroy Jenkins Rengar quite soon because it seems that it's going to be another team fight?
I would like to see it, but the fact is I don't know if I might get sued if I did Leroy Jenkins. I don't know. That is a brand now, apparently.
Oh, it is? I haven't heard that it's a brand. I still thought it was a fan thing.
Well, it's got to be one of the bigger memes then.
True. You have a point there, you have a point. So, because of Rengar doing a Leroy Jenkins, the blue team is losing these last 3 team fights.
Pretty much, it's the fact, yeah, because when Darius comes in, it's basically like Rengar goes in, Darius is usually the first to follow up, but you've still got Fizz, just Vayne and Leona sat back, just going, hang on, what are you guys doing? Why did you? Fine.
Also, I did know that at least on 2 of these last few team fights, the blue team was 4 on 5 because Leona was in that bottom lane in the last team fight, and before that, Fizz has recalled the fight before. They pick up another dragon, making it a 4-0 in dragons, but 1-0 in the favor of red team for barons.
For a second, I was almost hoping that this might turn into a base race.
No, it will be turned into a let's collapse on the red team and try to avoid a Leroy Jenkins Rengar. Rengar is using his... So they're using that Shurelia. Charm the Waters land on Janna. Pyroclasm catches most of them. Long Molter is popped. Grace picks up the kill. Leona goes down. Slam Dunk catches someone, but he went down as well. So it's ace for 1. This could be a red team victory.
I don't think there's any doubt in it. 2 minutes until Baron comes up. I don't think that is. Tower's going down very quickly. Gray's getting a lot of damage now because he's got Blade of the Ruined King along with Bloodthirster and Phantom Dancer. Things are just getting chunked, and down goes the Nexus.
Yeah, Grace went for that first defensive item, Blade of the Ruined King. At one point it was a secondary Bloodthirster as the first defensive item, but... Also, this is the first time I've seen the Baron timer. Baron looks really cute. It had to be said.
Cute.
Indeed.
How... The Baron Nashor, and you just described him as cute.
Yes.
I'm I'm not even gonna ask.
Go with it. Just let it drop. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Good job. Well played, red team. After struggling early game, you would say they were struggling early and mid game, right?
Oh, definitely. Yes.
They really made it a very nice comeback as their synergy and their teamwork really paid off.
Yes. It was the. I don't want to put the blame solely on Rengar for his Leroy Jenkinsism, but it was basically a lack of awareness. As you said, in 2 fights, there were 4v5, they were missing Fizz in 1 fight, they were missing Leona in another, and they weren't really able to put the moves together that would allow Vayne to just to chunk people down. She would end up getting bursted by Brand, and the rest of the team would just collapse. And because Riven was doing a lot of damage, actually, I didn't realise how much she was doing, despite her fairly tanky build, but between her, Brand, and Graves, there was a very heavy amount of damage there, and when it came to the end of it, as Blue Team were trying to chase down and defend their inhibitor, they were unprepared for the fight, and they got absolutely minced.
Yep. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you next time with either a Elthizar or some of the other casters that I have plans on working throughout the week. So yeah, see you later. Say bye, Elthizar.
Goodbye, Elthizar.
Wow, what a game.